What's going on, guys? So today we are out here at General RV and we're going to take a look at this really cool RV from EMBER. Now this is a travel trailer, conventionally towed, but EMBER has done a lot of really innovative things ever since they've come out several years ago. They've definitely shaken up the industry and they're doing things in a way that I think a lot of people would be very impressed with. So we're going to take a look at this unit. Hang tight, I'll be right back. As always, let's take a look at the numbers on this unit. So this is going to have roughly 1,000 pounds worth of cargo capacity. The gross vehicle weight rating of this unit is going to be 8,225 pounds. It's going to ride on twin 4,400 pound axles. The dry weight is 7,187 pounds. It's going to have, let's see, our tires, 235/80 R16E tires. And yeah, roughly 1,000 pounds worth of cargo capacity. And it has the Furrion side view cameras already installed. But from a cargo capacity perspective, this is actually not a real bad cargo capacity. This is what you would kind of expect for a unit that has this size and this weight to it, practically speaking. A lot of times when you think cargo capacity, you automatically think, well, it needs to have 2,000 or 3,000 pounds. But the reality of this is, you know, the storage bay here is probably going to have 300 pounds worth of stuff in it, leaving you about 700 pounds worth of cargo capacity for everything else you're going to put in here. And because the people inside of this RV aren't going to be inside of it whenever you're towing, you really don't apply that to the cargo capacity whenever you're towing, because this is a vehicle and the gross vehicle weight rating of this, again, is designed for the overall weight from a towing perspective. That said, you know, if you look at this and you're like, I wish it had a little bit more cargo capacity, I don't think that that's needed. I think, again, this is a very practical cargo capacity to have in a unit this size. Anyways, we're going to take a quick look on the inside, but before we do that, let's look at what they're doing out here a little bit. I love the fact that it has a really nice dedicated wet bay inside of the door area. You just don't have all this stuff tacked onto the side of the RV. It's actually in a really nice space. They even put a rubber seal here to divide it from your basement storage area, which is a pass-through storage. You have your power disconnect over here, you have your tire link system there as well, and you have a really good sized storage area, which is nice. Plus, they're putting real thick baggage doors on, and I can really appreciate that because you don't see that on a lot of travel trailers, unfortunately. Nice slam latch in place as well. Okay, so we're going to take a quick break from this RV tour to talk about something that is critically important if you own an RV and something you don't think about. I got Matt, the founder of Liquified, the best RV toilet treatment in the industry, and they're sponsoring these videos, so give them a big thumbs up for that. I personally don't buy RV toilet paper anymore. I don't want to always feel like I'm bound to using a toilet paper that's going to disintegrate in 3 seconds when it touches water. Yeah. Does Liquified work well with all major septic safe brands of toilet paper?
Yeah, septic safe, absolutely. What makes Liquified different from its competitors is it's not a chemical, it's made with enzymes and bacteria. So it's going to liquefy your waste, clean your sensors, and break down the poo pyramid. When you watch testing on Liquified and other brands, you'll see it break down the dog food. Dog food resembles your waste, and it will break it down within a couple of hours, fully broken down within 24 hours. With that said, toilet paper does take a longer time to break down in a stagnant, not moving around position. But the enzymes in Liquified, it's chomping away at the bit, and then when you dump your tanks and flush it, an enzyme bacteria-based toilet treatment is going to help disintegrate that toilet paper, so when you flush, it goes downhill. You can buy Liquified at an RV dealership close to you, like General RV, 1,700 Walmarts nationwide, Amazon.com, and our website, liquifiedrv.com. And if you go to liquifiedrv.com/SOB, Summer of Bundles, you can save up to 20-25% when you buy our 3-packs.
Yep, and if you buy it from liquified.com, it's very likely you're actually going to have your product packed by this guy right here.
Yeah, you see the cuts on my fingers? Those are all from packing boxes.
And the frame on this one actually seems to be a little bit more taller and structural than what you might see on some. Plus, I love the fact that it has a channel tongue mount on it, so you have the ability to upgrade your coupler with a bolt-on coupler. Maybe you like the snap latch from Gen Y, maybe you like a CURT coupler, maybe you like a Demco, or some of the other automatic coupling solutions. You can do that here. When you have one that's welded on, it doesn't give you that flexibility. You have your storage right here, and this is going to be for your propane, so you simply take these little rubber latches off, and you have two 25-pound propane cans, plus some storage up top here, which is nice, and some additional storage here off to the side. And then really nice locking mechanism there. This has the LCI, and this is the smart jack, so you have the ability to program the height, so whenever you are uncoupling, it can return back to that normal height whenever you're coupling up at the end. Sometimes they couple that with a automatic leveling system. This doesn't look like it has automatic leveling, but it does have the newer stabilization jacks below. And inside of this storage here, you can see it is a good size pass-through storage. There's your Go Power solar charge controller on here as well. I do not know exactly what the solar is on top of this unit, though I know it probably has solar. I can see 2 panels right there. So I'm guessing probably around 400 watts worth of solar. I'm not sure. You definitely want to check with them if you want to find out more about the solar setup. This is going to be the outside of your furnace. You have some power. You have a big awning that runs across the top there. And I love this little cool design up here where it says Ember and the LED strips on the front. Just a really, really good looking trailer. That said, let's move to the back and hop in there because I think that's going to be the more practical entry. I do like the fact they have the European style windows on here. So they're not frameless windows and they're not the traditionally framed windows. It's kind of the better of both worlds because it gives you a dual pane window, which is very efficient, looks really nice, and allows a lot of air to come through. And this specific model number is going to be the EMBER 26 MRB. Let's open this up real quick since we're out here. Again, really, really nice thick door right here. It would have been cool if maybe they put a hold right here to turn this into a bit of a table, but I'm guessing the reason they didn't is because this slides out and that's your griddle. Then you have your Everchill refrigerator right here as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and step inside of this 26 MRB with Azdel. If you don't know what Azdel is, it is a composite sidewall material that the fiberglass is laminated to, and it's not a wood material, so it's not going to rot. Even if moisture gets into it, it'll dry out as opposed to rotting and causing delamination. Essentially where the fiberglass comes off of that backer. You have a nice, real stiff friction hinge door here. You have the Lippert slingshot or screenshot, which pulls the screen door shut. You also have the thin shade already installed on here as well, so that's really nice. The only thing you could add to this door really would be the screen protector, which is that metal mesh to prevent like a dog from tearing at the screen. We all know that can happen. All right, stepping inside. Okay, so let's pan around real quick so you can see the inside and everything that's going on. Then we'll quickly look at the back area here, the bathroom. All right, since we're back here, let's start in the bathroom. That's a little different, right? We have a really good size shower, nice tall ceilings. I'm guessing probably about 7 foot tall overall. When you step inside of the bathroom or inside of the shower, I still probably have a few inches before hitting the ceiling, but you can definitely stick your head in there. You could probably be upwards of about 6'3" to comfortably fit in this shower. You have a cool little kind of frosted door that slides into this cartridge at the end. Again, those European style windows, which are really, really nice. You have storage right here, toilet paper holder, porcelain foot flush toilet. Huge, huge, huge countertop area right here for all sorts of stuff. That is great. Plus more storage here. The reason why there's no storage below here is because that's your outside kitchen. Then you have a gigantic medicine cabinet. Both doors are mirrored. Your power over here, but this is an absolutely insanely huge countertop area, and that's really nice. Has a plastic sink in here. Not bad. It's actually a large plastic sink, but you know, I think some folks would want to upgrade that to maybe stainless. And you have a sliding door right here to close off the bathroom area. Right when you walk in, you also have a huge pantry area, and then they put your electrical box, fuses, and breakers in here. You have your fan controls, slide out control, as well as your awning, pumps. Let's see what else you got on here. You can connect to it via Bluetooth as well. You have your theater seating right here, which both recline. You have standard RV windows right here, but then you have, again, those European style dual pane windows right there with these cool screens and shades that kind of meet in the middle with a magnet and allow you to either block out the light or just shade the light. I love the fact that they put these little strut arms on here as well to help lift this up. A lot of cabinet above head over there. Good amount of room in the slide, plus you have a booth style dinette right here with some storage underneath. This is a, well, that actually feels like it's thermofoil. So that's a thermofoil top to that table, but it is adjustable. Coming over here, we have the Furrion electric fireplace. You have your TV mounted above. And stepping over here, you have your panoramic fireplace, TV mounted in place, plus some storage above. It's not super deep storage, but it's definitely extra storage, which is nice. You have your Furrion 12-volt refrigerator freezer as well. Underneath, you have some more storage down here. You have a nice Furrion drop-in range. So the top part of it is the part that you could remove or replace or upgrade, but this is essentially a two-piece setup. So the bottom is a stainless steel drawer that's designed to match it. 3-burner gas cooktop. Again, another thermofoil countertop space over here. And thermofoil's fine as long as you don't like scratch it or you don't puncture it or you don't get to the wood underneath it. I would prefer this to be solid surface in my opinion. And then you have your compact Furrion microwave, more storage, Coleman Mach air conditioning system in here. As we work our way to the front, this is really cool. I was not expecting this. So you have a Murphy bed in here, and then you have a sofa. So this is going to be a jackknife sofa, obviously, where you can pull it like this and it can go flat, and then the bed folds down on top, and they put a really cool slam latch in here. So this is not traditional. Most of the time it's just like a peg. And then you drop this down and you simply flip the mattress out over it. I don't know why they put that on here because you really don't need this because it rests on the sofa itself, but that's really cool. I was not expecting to see a Murphy bed inside of the bedroom space, which turns this into like a second entertaining area, maybe for the kids. Maybe the adults are watching a movie in the living room, or maybe they're watching a movie in here and you want to have a bit of isolation because you have the sliding door here to help with that. And then you have this really nice European window up here, as well as another one right here. It would have been cool to see another window right there though, like a huge window. But what's your opinion on that? And again, you can close this with the shade as well, or just have the screen portion down. You have another entry exit into this space. And then you have, that's a pretty small wardrobe, honestly, with some drawers beneath it. So this is good space for shoes or for socks or underwear or things like that. And then you also have more storage on each side of the bed, which is kind of traditional to travel trailers. So overall, you have a good amount of wardrobe space, plus some more cabinets across the top here. So this is not a bad setup, and this is really, really cool the way that they did this. I did not expect to see kind of a second living area, or at least another space you could use as a second living area. Back in the kitchen, it has a nice, this is more than just a textured wallboard. This is actually a thicker material, but it looks really, really good, even though it's a faux material. It's not real tile. Dual basin stainless steel sink. This unit is winterized. And then you have a nice flip-up counter right here. I'm a big fan of when they put flip-up counters on these things. It's secured in place right now. You have some more storage underneath here. Good spot for trash cans. And you know me, if a kitchen is a true kitchen, it's going to have drawers. And this has 4 drawers right here, and they're soft closing. That is really nice. I didn't check if the cabinets are. The cabinets are not soft closing. But what do you guys think? I'd love for you to provide some feedback in a comment below. If you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, and we'll talk to you again very soon.